Golf Online Academy in association with Sceptic.com.
Hiya John, great to meet up with you at the range and do some further work on your swing. Really productive session, and I think that you're starting to grasp towards the end of the session the core movements involved in an attempt to stay centred during the golf swing. So what you've done at the start of your session, stance is getting a little bit too wide, but the weight's forward, the handle's forward, which is good. We're now trying to keep centred during the backswing, and you can see what happens. We're going to maintain the forward bend, but move the hip girdle forward. So what we've got is a little bit of a false position. We're still maintaining that forward bend that we had at setup. And what we've done is we've slid the hip girdle forward to keep you centered over the ball. Now, although you're in a centered position, that's very much a false position. So what we're going to try and do is get you to learn and understand how to stay centered correctly. If we take a look at Troy Mattison here, what we're going to see is the centre stays fixed, but the hips do not move forward. You can see the hip location is the same as it was at setup. And the reason for that is he's done three things during this move. He's turned, we can see that clearly. He's side bent to the left, or stretches out the spine, which you can't see as clearly. And he tilts to the left, which is the piece of the swing or the piece of the movement that keeps the player tilted towards the ball. So what we did to get this point across was we worked through this exercise that we see on the top right. So we're going to do the three swing movements, the three core movements together. First of all, we're going to stand up. Then we're just going to rotate the arms and set the shaft, just to make the backswing position feel a little bit more appropriate. Once we've stood up, you can see now that you can turn without moving off the golf ball. Now you've definitely stood up, so what you're going to do now is you're going to tilt to the left, drop that left shoulder to give you some inclination to the ground. Now that proves that in order to stay or turn in a centered manner, you must stand up. But the left tilt, the last piece that you put in, so I'm just going to play that through one more time for you. The last piece, the left tilt, is what offsets the standing up. So when we watch Troy Mattison, he's turning around a fixed point. In order to turn around a fixed point, we must get rid of the forward flex that we had at address. So what we're going to do, again, I'll play this through for you full speed this time. We're going to stand up, set the wrists or set the arms and the shaft, turn, and then tilt to the left. Now when you're swinging a golf club, those three things happen incrementally. They're all happening together at the same rate. However, that is what you must learn to do to swing in a fixed or around a fixed point. So you're going to isolate certain things. You can see the difference between the two backswing positions, top right and top left. Much better position on the top right, much more like you're seeing with the better players in the world. Also note that when you swing in a centered manner correctly, the left arm stays much straighter for longer. Good luck with it, and I look forward to working with you again in a week or so's time. Well done.